Hi guys, hope you're well. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know I've been a little bit poorly this week, so sorry for lack of new content, but I'm back today. I'm not feeling great, so I'm a little bit dozy, but I've piled on the makeup and hopefully I'll get through this video okay. So I thought I'd do a favourites video. I don't do monthly favourites because I just don't feel like I change up what I do enough to constitute making a new video every month. So these are my current favourites. I must get going because I've got a lot to get through. The first and probably the best thing that I've received or had or used this month is this book here. It actually only came in the post yesterday. It's a newspaper history of David Bowie throughout his career. From 1947 to 2016, and it's got my name on the front, and then inside the certificate of ownership it's got my name, presented to Sophie Eggleton, you remind me of the babe, and it's just an absolutely stunning book. I was so excited, and I've been reading it as soon as I got it. All my family have been looking through it. It's just a beautiful thing to own, particularly obviously if you're a David Bowie fan, but it's really interesting even if you're not because of the newspaper cuttings. It's got all the other stories that were going on at the same time, so you can really get an idea of that era, of that time. Stunning photographs. I literally love it, and this is from Prezi Box, and I think it's around just under £70, but if you love Bowie, I think it's a must-have object. I absolutely adore it. So thank you Prezi Box for that. You've made my month, my year beautiful, and I just can't wait to have a house and a coffee table so it can have pride of place in my lounge eventually. That's the goal now. And it just makes for such a lovely gift as well, the fact that you can have it personalised and have the certificate with a little message as well inside. I love it. So like I said, if you've watched my vlogs, you'll know that I'm currently on my allergy diet, which kind of restricts me a bit when it comes to eating. I have to take out anything that has salicylates in it, which I won't go into, it's a long story. But anyway, when I'm not on that diet, I've very much been enjoying these cheese bean bakes from Morrison's. They're vegetarian. Well, they say they're vegetarian, but I would have thought they should be vegetarian considering they've only got beans and cheese and pastry in them. But anyway, I've always loved the cheese bean slices from Greggs, so when I found these and realised I could have them at home, I was very excited. I'm not sure they're quite as good as the Greggs ones, but they're nice, quick and easy lunch and snack. Next up, so film and television. I watched this film called Obvious Child on Netflix. My friend Harris recommended it on Instagram. It's based around this, I don't know if she's 20-something or early 30-something, a woman. It's just the things that a lot of us can relate to, you know, problems of making money, relationships, just things that happen to kind of young adults. But she is so honest with the script is so honest, the acting's so honest, almost to the point where you're like, oh my god, did she really just do that and say that? I always think that I'm a bit oversharing on YouTube, but she takes it to the next level, and it's quite shocking at times, but very funny, and it's not going to blow your mind, but it's one of those things that you'll laugh at, you'll nod at, you'll be like, I understand what she's talking about there. And it's a really nice story about, you know, female friendship as well. I'd say it's probably more directed at women, but I think men could learn a lot from watching it as well. And it's nice to see a funny female in a leading role as well. In terms of TV, I just literally finished watching episode 1 of the O.J. Simpson TV movie. It's got David Schwimmer, Selma Blair, John Travolta, Sarah Paulson, a few other people, and it's about the whole O.J. Simpson trial and Robert Kardashian, who was one of the lawyers. I'm going to say some of the script seems a bit basic and some of the acting's a bit cheesy, but I'm still hooked and I still want to watch it because I remember when it happened, you know, that chase in the car. I remember all that very clearly, and I was aware of O.J. Simpson because of the Naked Gun films, not because of his sporting stuff. So I think it's going to be a really riveting series, even if some of it seems a bit like caricatures and a bit over the top at times, but still I think it's going to be quite an exciting watch. I finally got up to date on Pretty Little Lies. Again, the acting's not always that great and it is, you know, a bit silly, but I'm totally hooked, and it's an easy watch, an enjoyable watch, keeps you hooked. If you watch Making a Murderer and you enjoyed it, although it seems strange to say enjoyed it because you probably shouldn't enjoy the misery that is that true story, but anyway, if you were enthralled by it, then I thoroughly recommend you watch The Jinx and The Staircase, and you can find all the episodes of both of those on YouTube, so please make sure you watch them because I'm desperate to talk to someone else about these. They're also kind of crime documentaries, trials type things, and there's so many like open mouth gaspy moments in there. You just can't believe what happens with these cases. Oh god, I don't want to ruin it, but just please watch and let me know if you've watched so we can talk about it. I've seen most of the Oscar films now, and I go to the cinema a lot because it's something I can do because it just involves sitting and trying to stay awake. I saw The Biggest Splash with Tilda Swinton. I don't know, I love Tilda Swinton. Ralph Fiennes was brilliant. Dakota Johnson was great too. I don't know, there was just something lacking for me. I feel like it was a film that could have just been on television. But the performances were great. It was good, but I don't know, maybe I was expecting more. I don't know. Spotlight, like I've said about a million times in my vlogs, Spotlight was probably my standout out of the Oscar films. I think it's just such an important story that people should know about, and it's also incredibly shocking. And Mark Ruffalo is one of my favourite actors, so anything with him in it always stands a good chance of being a good film for me. Talking about music now, I went to see Ennio Morricone at the O2 with my family. He's one of my favourite film composers of all time. He actually just won the Oscar for his music for The Hateful Eight, and at the concert he actually got awarded with his BAFTA because he wasn't able to make the BAFTAs. It was just so incredibly moving. If you haven't listened to some of his music from films, I think his career spans 60 years. It's just incredible, the talent he has, his diversity, how he can set a mood, set a tone and just create an atmosphere in a film. Incredible night, and I just really want to encourage people, if you haven't gone to a classical concert before and maybe think it's not going to be your thing, please give it a go, because I think you'll be surprised at how emotional it is and just a different experience it is than going to a concert where it's sweaty and you're standing up and you're uncomfortable. It's just a different experience, but a lovely one. So if you haven't given it a go, please do. I really want to go and see Hans Zimmer. I know he's doing some concerts this year, but so fingers crossed on that. In terms of vinyls, I've been listening to Permanence by No Devotion. Has been the one that's probably been spinning the most in my bedroom. Yeah, again, I find it quite emotional, but it's also one that kind of, it's a vibey one. You can put it on in the background. It's just a classy album, and it almost feels like a classic album already, like something that could have been around, say, in the 80s. I feel like there's Joy Division in there, I feel like there's New Order in there, Depeche Mode, but then mixed with more guitar-based bands as well. I don't know, I think it's really classy, a really great debut, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Great people, and they deserve the best, so yes, I'm so pleased that it's an amazing album. Next up, it's my beauty favourites, and first up is this Makeup Revolution London Ultra Eyes palette, and it's ultra professional eyeshadow, flawless matte. So there you go. It does crumble a bit as soon as you put in the brush. The powder does kind of move very easily, so it does cause a little bit of mess, and I imagine that will mean it might not last as long, each little circle. But I love the colour choices. They're great if you kind of prefer a more natural eye, but it gives you different options of how to do natural, kind of whether to go for the more skin tony blushes or like the pale greens and blues and yellow, and they're great transition colours which are really helpful for blending as well. And I think I prefer matte to glittery eyeshadows. I've gotten a lot of use out of these central kind of pinky browny orangey tones here. It's just so affordable as well, so yeah, really great purchase. This is the one palette I'm going to take with me to New York, so I think it covers a lot of things. Lipstick wise is these Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks, and this one's Posh Spice, and I've got Celebrity Skin as well. First of all, they're vegan and cruelty free, so that's a massive bonus. The packaging's quite out there. It's not exactly sleek and understated, but it fits in with kind of the brand aesthetic, so that's cool. It's the formula that I'm really impressed with. At first it's kind of wet and it goes on really easy, really smoothly, and then it dries to give this really matte finish, which is what I've got on today. I don't think I've actually found the perfectly complementary colour for my skin tone and my colouring yet. In terms of the product, what they deliver, the finish, the ethics, I couldn't kind of recommend this product enough, so well done Jeffree Star. The nail varnish I've been wearing the most this month has probably been Palace Gardens by Nails Inc, which is this icy grey tone. It just goes with a lot of things, but I don't put it on my toes because I feel like it kind of makes me look like I'm just a little bit cold, like I've got frostbite or something, or I don't know. I just prefer to put a colour on my toes. Another great thing from Nails Inc is this contraption here. So this has got nail varnish remover on it, so if you make mistakes, which if you're like me, clumsy and a mess, do make mistakes, then this is a great tool to clear it up, and this is called the SOS nail pen. So that's a really nice added thing to have in your nail regime. So I've really been trying to kind of source out more natural products, products that are cruelty free or vegan, just try and investigate and see whether there are alternatives to what I'm using right now that are better for me and better for the environment and everything else. So I've been trying these Skin Sear 100% natural products. So I'm particularly enjoying the eye serum. It just goes on incredibly smooth, it just feels very silky, not too heavy, and it's so refreshing. You almost instantly feel like it's doing something good, and it's a nice fresh smell, and it's not too rich, which is nice. And also the night cream I've been putting on, again, it's that same kind of silky, not too heavy, fresh, really fresh. And it really does feel like, well, it is 100% natural, alcohol-free, dairy-free, soya-free, wheat-free, free of synthetic fragrance. You just remember how it smells. Yeah, so it just doesn't really have a smell, so I thoroughly recommend these. I'm really enjoying them so far, and it does leave my skin feeling a lot softer when I've woken up in the morning, and I feel like my pores are slightly reduced as well, which is something I'm always looking for. Another beauty product is this Glamour Grit. I think it's intended as an exfoliator for your body if you are someone that does self-tanning, you know, to get off all those loose bits of skin and all that sort of stuff. But as you guys know, if you've watched any of my lookbooks, you'll see that I tend to have grey, like elephanty knees and elbows a lot of the time, and flaky bits here and there, a bit like a flapjack. I thought this might help me out, and I've used it and it is glorious. Like, I'm actually silky smooth today, which is quite rare for me. So what does it contain? It has oil-free salt scrub enriched with antioxidants, vitamin E and green tea extract, plus sea kelp and algae for skin conditioning. And all those things obviously are known for being really good for skin. Like vitamin E is good for healing, I know it's good for scarring and stuff like that. Antioxidants, obviously, great. And it really did feel so smooth. I will say, don't do what I did. Because it says put it on dry or damp skin before showering or bathing. I just did it in the bathroom, like with my leg propped up on the toilet. And because the flakes are quite big, I've got sprinkles all over the bathroom floor, basically. I've made a bit of a mess. So I'd say if you put it on before showering or bathing, make sure you're still in the bath or shower area. So all like the little crystals, they're not that little actually, they're quite big crystals. Make sure that they're in the bath and contained in there. But actually really impressed with this. Oh, it's also 100% vegan. That's brilliant. Okay, paraben-free and gluten-free. I will say though, I feel like they would probably get a lot more shout outs if the design of the thing was a bit more, I don't know, sleek or cool. And I think a lot of YouTubers and bloggers, they're always thinking about whether something's Instagram worthy, whether it'll look great in a picture. And I feel like more people would be shouting about this if it had kind of sleeker packaging design. I don't know if I should say that, sorry, but it is a great product. So don't judge a book by its cover. It's got great ingredients, does the job, lovely. The technical electronic product, I am mostly using this Yuki Design for Hair Little Bubble. And I was introduced to this via a goodie bag given to me by Max Sentini, who has 3 salons, I think it is, in London. And if you've seen my Brits Get Ready With Me video, this was used to do my hair and that, and I've been using it quite a lot since because it gives me such big hair, and I love big hair. Haven't used it today though. It does look a bit rude, doesn't it? A little bit phallic. But thoroughly recommend this. It's nice to switch up your hair every so often, isn't it, I think. This will be my go-to if I've got like a night out or some kind of special occasion. Probably save it for those days, I think. But if you just like an everyday boost, then go for it. I feel weird holding it like this actually. Favourite clothes for this month, I found these amazing earmuffs. Oh, I can't hear. Amazing earmuffs in Asda for £6. I thought for New York, because when we booked New York it was snowing, and it's snowing right now I think, so I thought I've got to be prepared, and my ears always get really painful in cold weather, so I thought invest in a nice meaty pair of earmuffs, and these are really thick and squidgy and lovely. Yeah, it's not very glamorous, but these have been getting the most wear, and these are the lounge pant, and they're from Marks and Spencer's, and Mum got me them for Christmas. I know they're a bit festive, so I probably shouldn't be wearing them, but they're just like fleecy joggers, and because I've been spending a lot of time lolloping around at home, they've gotten a lot of wear. Same goes for my Anthropologie cardi. I've just been like seeking comfort this month basically, so there's been nothing too like tight, sexy, hot or fit or whatever word is cool these days. Nothing like that. It's all been about, you know, being snugly, comfortable, warm, etc. But these kind of Primark loose fitting tops have also been really useful, because you don't have to worry about what bra you're wearing, what colour the bra is, whether it fits or gives you that full boob thing. So I've been wearing horrible bras every day and just plopping these over the top, and you wouldn't know, so until I tell you, obviously. Another fashion thing, if you follow me on Instagram you'll have seen this already, but it's this t-shirt. Can you see it? Yeah. By Monster Merch, which is Gav from the Blackouts clothing brand. I got this for £5 because it was like an end of a line one, but I think he saw that it was actually a popular design, so he's now put it back in the shop, and I think it's £15 now. But who doesn't love Wednesday Addams? I just think she was a bit of a badass. I love what she said. I'll put a little picture of me wearing it up somewhere here. The thing about Addams Family, it was one of those films where the sequel was actually really good, if not better than the first one, which is really really rare. So yeah, love Addams Family, love Wednesday. I've really been enjoying these sandalwood incenses. These are actually stolen from Simon, and I've actually finished them while he's been away, so I'm really sorry. Hope you can get them again wherever they're from. But yeah, just make your room smell really nice and relaxing and woody, and I just feel like, oh, it says on the back, so it's good for cooling, relaxing and focusing. And the energy is for quiet, purity, holiness, and its magical power is purification and blessing, and its uses are meditation, ritual cleansing and puja. So really like that. Last but not least is this little hooty warming owl that you put in the microwave. It's got like beanie things in its bottom, and you can just cuddle it. I generally walk around with it down my trousers because I like it around my belly and my ovaries, and it's just really nice to cuddle, and it looks pretty cute too. So yeah, that's my current favourite. So if you enjoy these kind of mixed bag videos of random stuff, and I'll do some more. Thanks for sticking with me, even though I've been a miserable git these last few months. Hopefully I'll be happy soon. Lots of love.